Peace was. Oh. Hey everybody, welcome to episode 26 of Back of the Burb.
Yeah.
What's up,
So
y'all?
this is the final episode.
We made it.
This is our swan song.
We did it. We made it. Nice. Thank you. I'm glad I got mine out before we went on air. Then you just decided to one-up me on the air. I appreciate that. Well, anyway, so this
Love
is...
you too, Bubby.
Oh, God. Looks like there's only one thing left to do. Kill ourselves.
Basically.
Oh, wow.
We did 26. We made it 6 months. Here we go, boys.
Yeah. This is like the exact 6-month mark. We were thinking about calling episode 25 the final one, but I think we made it a two-parter. So here we are, episode 26. And now the conclusion of Back of the Burb. So yeah, we got myself, James Lee, J-Dog, and Matty Tombstone right there.
Yeah.
So how's everybody's week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, busy. You know the deal.
Yeah.
Work's finally picking up. We're over that summertime lull for
Right.
me. And then after that, like, I've actually been working on stuff for my own channel, for Grizzly.
Right on.
YouTube. And okay. So everybody knows, like, I'm super addicted to Splatoon.
Oh yeah. That is your new fix.
Yeah. 3 is...
Inject
I'm
that
like,
Splatoon directly into your veins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Directly.
Mainline Splatoon.
Like 50 cc straight in. Give me that greening. Give me that blah straight into the veins.
Oh, baby. Ah! Okay, sorry.
Terrible.
Yeah. Loud noises.
Yeah, I made a couple videos because, like, obviously I've been playing a whole bunch of Salmon Run when I'm not playing the multiplayer.
Right.
And fucking, like, I see, like, all this stuff where, like, these people are struggling. Or, like, you'll be in a lobby, and, like, I'm not even in a high-rank lobby because I only play solo.
Right.
No one else really plays with me right now because, like, my friends are only on, like, a couple nights of the week.
So Ronry.
Yeah, I'm Ronry. So Ronry. So I just hop in the multiplayer queue and play.
I know how it goes.
Even at a, like, mid-rank, it's like people die in, like, wave 1.
Yeah.
And it's just like, come on, guys. So, like, I was like, all right, you know what? I'm just going to make some fucking videos. Like, some, like, shorts on YouTube, reels, whatever the fuck.
Yep.
And, like, I put one up over one of the new bosses. And in 2 days, it did 5,000 views and 100 likes.
Very nice.
On YouTube, and it net me, like, 10 followers.
Woo.
I was like, sweet,
hey,
cool.
Right
this
on.
account has been dead until I posted this.
Hey,
all
well,
right.
Yeah, what a time to make a comeback.
Yeah.
All right.
So I've been posting more of those. And, like, man, I have to say, like, I love how all these people just, like, start posting comments on there. And it's like, you can tell who these people are, like, when they're basement nerds who don't do anything.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's like, you don't do anything. Like, all you do is play video games. Because, like, I'll get the one who's like, oh, this man's making a tutorial video on the tutorial of the game. And it's like, hey, man, did you not realize that most Nintendo gamers don't play every day?
Yeah.
They might play once a week.
Yeah, I mean, even, like, not even necessarily Nintendo gamers, but a lot of those kind of, like, co-op games, those are not the kind of games where you get, like, a lot of the sweaty turbo nerds that just sit there and play it. Like, usually we're playing, like...
There's nothing... Oh, my God.
That
Shut up.
freaked the shit out of me. Okay.
Sweaty turbo nerds, huh?
Your mom, do it. Sorry. Okay. But yeah, even with, like, Killing Floor or whatever, like, I love that game and I play it to death, but, you know, usually I'm only on it for, like, an hour. And then I get what I want out of it, and then I'm done playing.
Yeah, it's not a game you play
but that's
every
what I'm
day.
saying is like, you know how to play it.
Right.
Not everyone
but,
knows that.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's... And, like, I love how I get these comments like that. And it's like, hey, you know what? I just put in there, it's like, hey, man, you know what? Not everybody plays every day. And, like, a lot of this community is kids and stuff like that. So, you know what? I'm just trying to spread some easy information.
Right.
And be a positive influence for the community.
Yeah.
And, like, thanks for the comment and the watch and the like or whatever it is. Thanks for interacting with my video. And I know that, like, irritates them.
I know, like
time,
on a deeper level, yeah, it probably bothers the crap out of
yeah,
them.
but at the same time, it's like,
It's true,
you
though.
put at least 2 out of 3 interactions, therefore pushing my post to another 10, 15, 20 people.
Right.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not. Like, that's why it's like the one thing, if you don't like something, don't even finish watching, just scroll. Like
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. I will say though, like actually, because I know you showed me one of the shorts you made, and it's like that's actually like one of the best formats I think for like teaching that sort of like kind of quick game advice. Because a lot of people
it's
like
so fast.
Like I remember back in the day, like when YouTube started getting big for stuff like I wouldn't even call them Let's Plays, but I guess like video walkthroughs.
Yeah.
And it'd be like a 20-minute video, and like you may only need to find one thing, so you have to skim through the whole video just to get to that one thing you're freaking missing. Like, ODST terminals or whatever.
Well, that's exactly why I did it like straight as cut as fast as possible.
Right. So like those shorts are actually probably like the best format for just like the small tip that you need, rather than like the 30-minute walkthrough you don't.
Yeah, I mean, I won't be surprised if the others, because I'm going through and I'm doing the rest of the bosses and stuff. I guarantee you most of those won't do as well as that first one for whatever reason. But whatever, you know what? It's content. It's getting it out there, and that's what matters.
Take what you can get. Makes sense.
So I've been doing that.
Right on.
Pretty much majority of the week, and then obviously working some more on Sifu after the Sifu stream.
Yeah.
Just trying to get our age down so we can actually like do the final level.
Yeah, we are trying. Okay, we are bad at the game. We get it, but we are actually trying. And shout out to everybody who watches and engages in the chat, which is usually just like our friends from real life, which is, hey, it's fun. But if you want to watch it, check it out. It's great. It's a good time.
No.
And that game is awesome. It's amazing.
But yeah, so I'll be making more of those. I've got like some other ideas for stuff, but I don't know how I'm going to do it all, because like there's a certain point where it's like video games, cars, and like other shit, but like that stuff doesn't normally mesh too well if you mix it together on a channel. So I got to figure out what's going on.
Yeah. You might have to like almost like split it at some point, like where you have the car stuff on this one and the game stuff on another or something. But
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Definitely thoughts for the future.
Yeah.
Because,
it's not like I'm doing car stuff right now anyways, because... And for the most part, I just keep the car stuff to Instagram, because that's where I get the most attention for that. Like the video game stuff gets like 0 attention on Instagram.
Yeah, yeah.
At least my Instagram.
No, I could imagine.
So,
most people are on Instagram for a very specific purpose.
Yeah.
They don't care about your video game content on Instagram.
You know. Okay, you know what's really crazy?
Yeah, really getting creepy over here.
That was almost the greatest.
Stop with the brainlet activity.
Yeah. Sorry.
Something that's really big on Instagram, and I think I might take a crack at it once I go to Texas here, is like guys, like all these people doing tufting, like making rugs. Like
you showed me some of that. Yeah.
Because people have been making like area rugs based off of like anime and video games and like some simple car stuff. Like I saw one today where a dude did the Supra logo, like the badge, but it was about like this big, and sold it for like $200. I was like, damn, that's pretty easy. I know I could do that.
Awesome.
Some of them look pretty good too. You were showing me a couple of them, and it's like it legit looks like a screenshot, because basically it's like kind of like a not stitched, but I don't know what, like a fabric version of pixels, really. Like it's just so you can get it kind of like as high res as you want.
Yeah, but I mean, like I've seen so much stuff all across the board. Like I see metal band stuff, I see like anime stuff. I don't know. It's one of those where I look at it and I'm like, that can't be that hard.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, that does seem pretty sweet. I'm gonna have to look into some of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just make like an old angular GMC logo one.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yes.
It's all out there. I'll tell you right now, just looking at it, it's like it wouldn't be that terrible to do. But hell, you know what I've even seen? People are doing like wrist rests for their desk out of it.
Oh, really?
And they're selling those for like $100.
Oh my god.
Man.
Huh.
It just goes to show.
The gears are churning.
Creativity goes a long way.
Yeah.
But
it's a good thing I have none of it. Brainlet activity detected.
Good work.
I always find things that I could have done but didn't come up with first. So I'm like, I could have done that.
Oh yeah, you're
you didn't.
You're murder
but
face.
I could have.
But I could have. But you didn't.
So that's the problem, is that you didn't do it, and you didn't do it even in the aftermath.
Yeah.
So
I could have made that baseline, but you didn't.
But you didn't.
Yeah.
I see those like YouTube channels where they just talk about like dark internet material, and I'm like, oh man.
I know, because that
I had known
was
so
like
many-
us in our prime, yeah.
If I had known so many people would watch that, I would have probably done something about it.
Yeah,
I
all
just
the
had-
stupid, like, creepy pastas and...
Yeah, and just terrible
things.
things on here.
I mean, just go make it. Fuck it, just go do it.
Yeah, I guess it's not too late. There are probably kids who don't know what, like, Pokemon
What you
Black
need to do
is.
is
There's
go
already
do
people that
that.
are so good at it that it's
Or
like, just
Ghost,
go watch
whatever
them.
the Ghost Black, the haunted Pokemon cartridge. You remember that one? That's way old.
Are you sure you're just not?
It's creepypastas, Jeremy.
Yeah,
I know it's a creepypasta. I'm just.
I'm not talking about the real game. I know there is a Pokemon Black, but
No, there's. I know what you're talking about. There's like a haunted cartridge.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of that
But
stupid
but
shit.
it's Are you sure it's not the Lavender Town thing?
Well, I think that was part of it. I thought that was all
Probably.
part of the haunted cartridge.
I thought it was just like the original like release in Japan were like haunted or cursed because of the Lavender Town music.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's been a while since I've read that one.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go do that. Just find a way to turn that into real shorts,
Yeah.
like short TikToks. I'm telling you right now, if you can get attention for it, you'll fucking skyrocket, and then you can branch that off into everything else you want to do.
That'd be pretty sweet.
So,
Devil Gun.
No
to work.
TikToks, though. I will never use TikTok. Never.
Yeah.
regardless,
Yeah.
I'll do I could do like stuff like that though on something else, but TikTok is the data mine. The hive
data
mind.
mine.
The Chinese data mine.
It is. It
I
is
mean,
kind of like a weird, like hive mind kind of thing.
Facebook
It
is
is- yeah,
just
it
as
is.
bad.
Yeah, it is absolutely.
TikTok's
Oh.
just as bad. Instagram's owned by Facebook.
But I mean, like Facebook's
YouTube
doing
is
it, like-
Google. It's all just as bad, and they all just take your data and sell it to
Guys,
each other.
it's all meta
but
now.
at least they're people
Yeah,
from the
the
same
metaverse.
from the same country. It's like if they're from China and they're taking all of my info.
I don't know. I'm not
Nothing
convinced
good
that
can come of that.
Mark Zuckerberg's from America. I'm pretty sure he's from like Mars or something.
No,
yeah, he's a
definitely-
lizard man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
so
is.
is he just a reptilian man? And
He is.
Yeah,
he
real
is.
hot take. I know. Yeah, you guys never heard of it before.
I mean-
yeah, Mark Zuckerberg is not human. Wow.
He's
I mean-
literally from the 5th layer of hell. He's a lizard.
I mean, you watch that dude. Like, if you watched him in his trial, you're just kind of looking at it as like,
Oh, it's creepy. It's
Yeah,
his.
like-
He has like dead like fish eyes or something. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is.
Because he's dead
It's,
inside.
it's
he's
scary.
Not, he's not truly alive.
Yeah, and like he always tries to like kind of do like the Steve Jobs thing, like, oh hey, look, I'm all casual and stuff. But it's like, no, you just look like a robot that's been dressed up to be casual. Like,
yeah.
like, you could take that off and be one of those like weird like Detroit robots with like the white skin and everything.
The barbecue sauce thing. We talked about that.
Oh,
that
that's
was,
Sweet Baby Ray's.
That was it.
Yeah,
that was it. That was
yeah,
the one
Sweet
thing
Baby
that
Ray's,
everybody was
I
like,
think?
no, he's definitely a fucking lizard.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
at him
he put
trying to
barbecue
look
sauce
normal.
on a bookshelf. Like, it's a really cool decoration.
that was the only thing you could see like that stood out in the entire shot. Him, the barbecue sauce. It's like, look at him trying to look normal. He's
You know,
this
it
is
actually-
obviously staged.
Yeah, either like like I'm trying to think of like any way he could have like spun that, and it's like actually if he like focused on it almost too much, then I would have let it go. Because then I would have been like, okay, this guy's just obsessed with barbecue sauce. That's not that weird. So, I mean, you think about it, it's like we definitely know people who are obsessed with like that kind of shit.
But he would have more than one. And it wouldn't be in a perfectly clean room with just one thing of barbecue
I don't know.
sauce.
It could be like that's his first bottle. The first bottle he ever bought.
The precious.
The Precious. Yeah, it's like Mr. Krabs in the first dollar he ever earned. It's like, you know, he's it has a particular mouth feel. I hate
been in business a long time,
that
son.
word. I hate the term mouth feel.
I've never even heard that before. I don't think.
Mouth feel? Oh, it's hellish.
You know what I heard is really good for mouthfeel?
Don't. What? Just say.
McNuggets with pickles in them.
Christ.
Okay, I was hanging out with friends last night, and they watched the fucking stream, and they watched the podcast, and they were just picking on me with that relentlessly.
why?
And
Did they also say the other 4-letter word?
Yes, they. Wait. Oh no, no, they didn't say the apex word. Well, because like one of my
I mean,
friends.
you just said the apex word.
Yeah, I know. Well, because like James, I think at this point is like he's like post addiction. This is like the thing where it's like if he has a sip, he'll go back to it, but he knows not to take a sip. So
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah, you're a clean Mr. Leahy right now.
Yeah.
But as soon as you have that one martini,
Shitbirds.
yeah. As soon as you have that one martini, you are fucked.
The
The
winds of shit
shitbirds are
brewing.
flying on the shit winds.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Shit mods, Randy. Shit mods. A whole disease of shitapillars, and now shit mods, Randy.
Shitapillars.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one.
Oh yeah, no. Like I said, I recently watched it. Like maybe watched through the whole show a couple of weeks ago, and he's by far my favorite character. Mr. Leahy is just fucking hilarious. Everything about that dude is just cartoonish. It's great.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Rip the actor. I guess he died a couple of years ago. Yeah. And he's fantastic. So if you haven't watched it, give it a watch. I don't know. If you haven't watched it yet, what are you doing?
Yeah. I'm just thinking of
yet.
like all the best moments. Like one of my favorite ones is when he comes out of the house.
Oh, and he immediately like stumbles down the stairs,
falls down
like
the
just
stairs.
like leaning up
And I
against the
forget what is
stairs.
going on, but I just remember he does that.
Yeah.
And there's when he gets dyed blue for the pool.
Oh my.
Or whatever the fuck it
He's like a fucking blueberry.
Calling him a Smurf.
Yeah. Oh god.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. A lot of that. It's just I love that show. Okay, so anything else this week or?
No, that's about it. Just games and making videos. Hopefully I can get some more traction and get some actual attention. That'd be rad.
Hell yeah.
And then just selling shit, breaking stuff down slowly because I still have like the truck gets here on the 24th.
Oh dang. Okay.
So, and we have 3 days to load it. And by the 24th, my plan is to have everything that I'm taking done. So,
Right. Put away.
I'm going to have to figure out, like, I have to find someone to buy the sim rig, like the profile rig.
Oh yeah.
Going to be selling the TV once we finish Sifu and some other stuff. So,
Right.
but
Yeah, it is a little bit depressing, I have to say, looking around and seeing all the stuff broken down. But it's going to happen, so it is
Yeah.
what it is.
I mean, it's, on to bigger and better things.
Yeah.
Trying to get a shop, trying to have more space, trying to do all this other stuff. So,
Yeah.
you know how it is.
Oh, yeah. No, I get it. So how about you, Jeremy? What have you been up to this week? More school?
Pretty much school has been the main factor of everything.
Yep.
Learning new software and all that.
Right on.
Still playing Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, geez.
Yep, still
I was going to say, you're going to be at that for, like, the better part of the rest of your life now, I think.
pretty much.
I don't know anything about those games other than the fact that they're stupid long.
Oh, okay.
They're stupid long and so many.
Yeah, you're right.
Have you played Rumbleverse yet?
Not yet.
Okay. Rumbleverse, the wrestling, like, battle royale, the actual wrestling one that came out.
Okay.
They had their first major patch this week. And they put a bunch of weapons in and everything and like all these different meme items. And one of them was a keyblade, but they call it the key pipe. So it's an iron pipe shaped like a keyblade.
Oh,
And it gives you the combo, like the basic combo into the air launcher and then the air combo. Or you can just use it to fly around.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, it's the key pipe.
Key pipe. That's good.
amazing.
That's good.
Yeah, like another thing is like they've been updating and everything, and you get a folding chair. And you can charge at someone with a folding chair, but like it's called the charging star.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
That game is fucking amazing.
That's some big brains. So anything else? Kingdom Hearts. How do you which one are you on right now?
I'm still on the first one.
Okay. Oh Jesus. Yeah, you are going to be at it for the rest of your life.
I mean, the first one's like what, 30 hours, 40 hours?
Yeah.
It's not until like 2 takes like 70, 80 hours to complete because of the fucking material grinding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you're going that crazy about it, I don't know if you are or not, but
I haven't decided that part yet. It's just one of those things.
why is the dog outside just staring in the door?
Yeah, just leave him.
All right.
I still have that sibling rivalry going on with him. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. He'd stay outside.
Drink from the hose.
Yeah, you drink from the hose.
Yeah, that'll drive him nuts. He'll go crazy for that. So
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to think of, but mainly like keeping up with football and stuff like that.
Oh, right on.
Because
Right on.
fantasy football and all that. Probably what the biggest thing right now is what happened to Tua on Thursday, and how, like, a misdiagnosis now took him out.
Ah.
Because what ended up happening is last Sunday was he got hit hard.
Yeah.
It was a clean hit, whiplash.
Oh yeah.
He freaking he got up and he stumbled and then fell to the ground.
Oh Jesus.
And then people were like, "Yo, is he okay?" Like, because you don't do that.
Yeah. That's like concussion territory or something, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much concussion territory.
Yeah, that is a concussion.
And then what ended up happening was he went to the back before halftime, and then after halftime he's back out playing. And everybody's just like, why is he playing?
Yeah. That's
And even when he came back, he was kind of walking funny. It's like, should you even be on the field right now? So fast forward to this past Thursday, he takes another clean hit, but the guy almost looks like he suplexes him, and he lands on the back of his head, and he did not get up.
Oh wow.
They zoomed in, and his hands were like locked in this like weird.
Oh
position.
yeah, it's so creepy. Yeah,
And
when
it's
that
just-
happens.
and you're just sitting there like.
That's a real
And
bad
They had to
concussion.
stretcher
Yeah.
him off the field and everything.
Jeez.
And when they were stretching him off the field, you kind of hope for like how
Yeah,
everyone
the
does, like,
thumbs up or
he-
something.
He didn't do the thumbs up,
Oh
and it's like,
Jesus.
and that's just like sets the. This game has now just become like, nobody cares about the game. How's the player?
Yeah.
And luckily,
Yeah.
after halftime, they put a post on Twitter saying, "Hey, he's got all movement in his extremities." It's like,
Oh
that's
Jesus.
good, but still,
Yeah, the fact that like that's an accomplishment is like, oh jeez, man.
Yeah, but that's like
That's scary.
that's 2 weeks in a row of having really, really bad concussions. Like,
it's not even
That-
2 weeks. That's
well, I know, it's like 4 days, 5 days,
Yeah.
but like that's career ending.
It
Yeah.
could be, yeah.
And then, so the NFLPA said they were going to look into it, and then Friday, I think like Friday afternoon, it was announced that the independent neurologist for that game has been fired.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
okay.
apparently there is evidence of misdiagnosis, and so because it was said it was a back and leg injury, and it's like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no.
I mean, back maybe, but
yeah, leg,
leg,
kinda
yeah,
stretching
that's a yeah.
So-
Yeah, no. Because if he's like stumbling, that means he's still fucking dizzy, and that's like, no, dude, you got a concussion. Like after he took that first hit, that's like, no, you're done for the day.
Yeah,
yeah,
it should've
that's
been-
rough.
Like that should have been you're done for today. Like you need to
That's-
chill out now.
That sucks.
yeah. So that was pretty much like by Thursday night. I was just like, I hope he's okay, because that was not pretty.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was like,
No, those are
20
always
minutes.
scary. When you get like the concussion that's so bad, they do like the weird pose. Like you see, it always happens like at least once or twice a year, maybe.
Yeah.
And you just see it, and like the guy just falls like a sack of shit, like just literally just bump. And it's like, oh no, that wasn't like a fall where he tried to like break himself. It's like, no, he's down. And like he's just frozen, and you see like the other players immediately go like, "Yeah, come here." It's like, "Oh shit, okay, that's fucking serious."
yeah, that was like,
Yeah. You see that shit when the other team.
Yeah, when the other team is saying, like, come on out here.
It's bad. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
that's
time. Like,
that's rough. Oy,
yeah,
you always hate to see that.
yeah. You never want to see that.
Yeah,
And then nothing really new with wrestling. More that ARG thing where
oh yeah,
it's now pointing out that whoever's coming back is coming back at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view this coming Saturday.
nice.
So I'm hyped for that. I can't wait to see that.
Right on, right on.
And then me and him hung out yesterday for a little bit.
yeah.
I dropped off some storage bins for him.
Yeah, I felt bad because I did get your text and everything, but yeah, I just didn't.
No, it was all
wind up
good.
getting
I just hadn't heard anything from you, so I was just
No, it's
asking.
fair, it's
and
fair.
then like, yeah, it ended up just being the two of us. Like Alex wanted to hang out and then didn't show, and then
Ugh.
but yeah, no, like we just hung out and chat shit the entire time. Had a good
Yeah,
time.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good time. Yeah.
And then I bought the lights that he has on the top.
Yeah,
there.
the hexagons.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna pick those up
Wednesday.
on Wednesday. Yeah.
Bowser.
Oh.
What puppy? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Bowser was up to no good. Anyways. Bowser, you better come over here and lay down.
Bowser's bullying the other dogs in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Well, okay. So last night, while Jeremy and I were hanging out, we went to McDonald's and got some nuggets and fries.
No.
Right?
You don't have to say it.
Wait. So we're sitting.
Yeah, we're sitting here. We're
Sitting
sitting
here
over at the
munching.
table.
And at one point, the cat's sitting on the back cushion, and Bowser hops up onto the couch, right? Because he's trying to beg for a nugget.
Okay.
So he's got his head on the cat, and he's trying to give puppy eyes.
Like literally,
Yeah.
back of the cat.
Use the cat as a
trying to
pillow.
give puppy dog eyes to beg for a fucking McNugget.
That cat looks
And the
pissed.
cat's just kind of looking at him like,
Oh yeah.
like, I'm gonna start swinging. You better be. I'm gonna start swinging, motherfucker. Like, oh my god.
Poor Jumper.
Oh man, it was funny as hell though.
Yeah. No, they have a very strange sibling relationship.
Yeah.
Very similar to Bowser and I, where it's like, yeah, I mean, we tolerate one another at points, but most of the time it's like, get the hell away from me.
Yeah. Just antagonizing each other the entire time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, other than that, it's just kind of woohoo, chilling and having fun.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
So
Yep.
I was gonna say, yeah, after last week's podcast, we had a pretty good, just like most of it just sitting around shooting the shit. Like that was actually a lot of fun.
yeah.
Really, because usually it's like, oh yeah, the rig's fired up and we're playing Sifu, like trying to level up some
something,
shit
yeah.
or
Level up,
Gran
get the age
Turismo
down.
or whatever, and it's like, yeah, brain off.
Yeah, just have fun.
If we're talking about anything, it's just the games. But yeah, we actually got to kind of like,
Or
do the
absurd,
whole
stupid questions.
Yeah. I know. I usually try to pose one a night, but I'm not. I haven't been doing that for a while now.
Yeah, I try to do that. I try to take those into work
Oh,
and just like start telling random people this like stuff.
Okay. I have a question, but I'll wait till it comes around to me. So,
Yeah.
so anything else?
No, that's pretty much it for me. Just
Right on. Actually, I do have a question for you. So, yeah, because I haven't been actually following the NFL this year all that much, unfortunately. I used to watch a lot on, like the Yahoo Sports app or whatever it was, and now it doesn't seem to work. I don't know what the deal is. I'm presuming their contract ran out or something.
So NFL is starting their own streaming thing. They got NFL Plus now.
Come on.
You know.
Yeah,
How we
I
had
mean, I knew it wasn't going to
Plus
last
started-
forever.
Disney Plus started a trend, and
Yeah.
now it's happening.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I figured as much. I just didn't know.
God, that's just painful.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
it kinda
really
sucks.
is.
Because then you have Paramount Plus, then you have ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
Actually,
I mean,
think-
ESPN
Well, at
Plus
least-
kind of makes
Isn't there
sense because
Hulu
it's
Plus
owned by
now?
At
ABC,
least
which is
you
owned by
get-
Disney.
Yeah, you get Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus in one package now, though, because
Yeah.
Disney owns all three of them. So
Yeah.
Oh, Disney owns Hulu.
yeah.
Oh, I
'Cause
didn't
Disney
know
owns
that.
Fox.
Oh, that's right. Oh, shoot.
Oh my God, this is just such a
Ah.
complicated.
Yeah, TV shows, video
I mean-
games. It's all
I mean,
fun,
hey,
but they're all owned
so
by
I'm
like one
gauntlet
guy.
of
Eventually, NBC's
frickin'
trying to buy
corporations.
Warner Discovery, so soon enough, you might have
that's-
HBO Max mixing with Peacock.
Well, oh, dude, you know what? Fuck Warner.
Okay, you know what?
Which
Let's,
would
let's,
be,
yeah.
which, you know,
let's not go down the monopoly rabbit hole.
Wait,
This is-
wait. No, which would be funny because then WWE and AEW are owned by the same company,
Okay, that would be
or not owned, have to work with the same company.
that's
That'd be interesting. Yeah.
that's going to lead to some shit.
But yeah, no, that was pretty much it for my week.
Right on. So Matt, how was your week? We missed you last week.
Did you?
No, he was here.
Oh, were you
I was here last week.
Yeah, no.
I
Matt
was
went to
here
the wedding
yesterday.
last night. That's why we didn't.
Oh,
record
last
yeah.
night. Right.
Yeah, I went to a
Right.
wedding last night. I pretty much spent my whole week basically preparing for that and all that
Right.
fun stuff that goes
So
with
what
it.
suit did you wind up getting?
It was all black with a silver tie.
Nice.
Shiny
There you
silver.
go.
Ah,
It had to
there
be
you go.
shiny.
Right.
And it was it was shiny.
Fucking
Pretty
A.
sweet.
Nice.
So,
Chrome tie.
Yeah, chrome. Literally just like a sheet of metal. Like
Awesome.
yeah.
Just a metal clip on.
Yeah, so that was
Nice.
fun. It was out at the Cape. It was raining the whole time from the hurricane.
Oh yeah, right.
It was great. But it was a fun time. It was this big country club type place with a golf course.
Swanky, real
And
swanky.
I'm like, who wants to play golf? Like
at a wedding?
no, like in general.
Oh,
like,
yeah, no, that's
There's a lot of like. Do you see how far away that is?
Well, that's why they have the carts.
Well, yeah, but I think I came up with a better. I think I came up with a better one, right? The idea is you want to get like a hole in one and get it as close as possible, right?
Yeah.
So instead of just hitting one ball and then going to find it and then hit it closer, you just put another one down and you just hit it. And if it doesn't go in, you put another one down and you hit it, and you just keep doing that until you get one.
Yeah, it's called a driving range, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called the driving range.
But it has to be done at every 18 hole, every holes,
Okay,
every hole. Yeah.
Well, good luck hitting a
So you want
500-yard
like
hole in one.
So you
You would
want
literally
like,
probably have like an
you
entire
want
golf ball.
endless penalty shots, but for golf.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So you bringing up golf reminds me of something that was happening Friday when I was helping Alex with his car.
Oh yeah.
We were putting the sun banner on, and you know how Alex lived by the golf course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were putting on the sun banner, and there were people playing golf, but there was a couple people on there that they must have missed shots. But the way they grunted, it sounded like they got shot. Because at one point we just hear ah, and we're just like,
Oh my god.
and I'm like, did someone just get shot?
Yeah. Someone just had a heart attack on the field.
Then like moments later, it happened again. We saw who it was. Just these couple guys down there, and he must have missed a shot because he went ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And like so, Alex
somebody's
is
just getting plugged.
yeah. Alex's place is like far enough from the golf course that like you can see people, but you don't exactly know who they are.
Yeah.
So like it's probably far enough away where like if they were actually saying words in that scream, you wouldn't hear it. You'd just hear ah!
Yeah. You just barely hear it.
So he's probably going like, oh, hamburgers. You don't really hear him. You just hear the shouting.
But no, like the first one was ah, and then just cut off. I'm like, he must have just got shot.
Oh yeah, yeah,
He's just dead on the turf now.
yeah. He had a quick stout of what is that? What is that term for like the medical term for quick chest pain? It's like angina or something.
Palpitations.
Yeah, palpitations. He had a quick palpitation. Ah! Ah! Oh, I freaked Bowser out. Yeah, I forgot. No fun allowed.
That's a killer, dude.
But yeah, that's pretty much the one thing when he was just talking about golf.
Yeah,
that's all
yeah,
could
no,
think of. That was, ah.
Honestly, golf to me is like probably what hunting is to other folk. Like I don't get any of it. Like it's probably fun if you know how to do it and you've been doing it for a long time. But me, I just want to shoot the gun.
I just want to drive
Like,
the
I
golf
wanna go to
cart
the
around
driving
and
range.
do
Like I don't want
stupid shit in it.
Yeah, the golf cart. Yeah, like I don't care to like actually play holes or anything.
I like mini golf.
Oh, mini
But
golf's
regular
fun, yeah.
golf is just
This is
like
mini golf.
Yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah,
like
putt.
putt. That's so much more fun than going out and just standing in the baking sun,
Yeah.
just hitting golf balls and missing.
I can't ever see like be on a golf course or like at a country club and not think of God damn Happy Gilmore. Like I just can't. I literally can't. My mind is just broken.
You're gonna go fight a gator?
Yeah. We're gonna fight a gator. I'm gonna get in a fight with Bob Barker.
You're getting your ass kicked by Bob Barker?
Yeah. I'm gonna get my ass beat by an old man.
Price is wrong, bitch.
I want to do the good old air horn trick. Just hide in the bush with an air horn when they're swinging at it.
Have you guys seen on social media the dudes who have the mini golfer?
No, what is
So it's like a little like spring golfer dude that's about this big on the end of a golf club, right?
Oh my
and they go to mini golf and they use like these tiny little balls.
Oh my
And
god.
they play mini golf like a regular golf game, right? So like they're actually like
that
it's
actually
actually like
sounds kinda
chipping the
fun.
ball and everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
That actually sounds kind of
They
sweet.
call it mini golf.
Oh. See, that I would do. It's just less walking. It's great.
yeah, that sounds fun.
Well, yeah. When the mini golf hole turns into a par 5. Yeah, I mean, all right.
Yeah. There's actual like hazards. Like, oh no, a puddle. That's a water hazard now.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Awesome. So anything else this week? Sorry, we kind
Nope,
of.
that was pretty much it, I
Yeah.
think. Oh, I get to do one more very cool thing on the Suburban.
Oh?
Heater core leaks.
Well, there's your issue.
Well, there's your problem.
It literally like just started doing it. So I put all new coolant in it and everything, and then I started
You replaced
driving
the
it.
thermostat twice.
Yeah. I got one that works though. It finally
Yeah.
it goes in there and
Water
it's good.
pump, the whole shebang, and
The
now
whole
here-
shebang, and now heater core leaks.
Heater core.
Thank God, Summit Racing, and it's the only place I can find one, makes a copper heater core.
Oh.
Copper ones get way hotter. They're much better than the
Right.
Yeah.
crappy aluminum ones.
Yeah.
That was
Aluminum's
my
just-
worry about it. I was like, no.
Yeah, because the copper ones are nicer, but they're more expensive.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but around here it's fucking worth it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And they're not even easy to find anymore. Like Summit Racing was the only place I could find one.
Nice.
It was like their branded one. But
Well-
it's a pain. It's going to be a pain in the ass. But
Yeah.
I'll get to suffer through that. That'll be fun.
More burb.
More burbing.
Yep. Just
more
because the
fun.
show's over doesn't mean the burb stops being the burb.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very
Just
true.
have to find something else to put in the back of it.
Yeah.
Not me with all my boxes.
And all of our random stuff from
All
like,
of our
from my
random
basement.
stuff. Yeah.
Gallon can of beans.
Gallon
Yeah, the
candy.
beans.
Ah! I should have brought that. It would have been a perfect guest star.
Just stick the can of beans on the couch.
Yeah, just no on the table. It's right in the middle there.
Just be like, Beans, your thoughts?
Yeah, your thoughts, Beans.
Yeah.
Yes.
Blump.
Yes, quite. 128
Yeah, put the
ounces
microphone
of
over to the beans and just start laughing. Oh, you're so funny.
Oh,
a
what
man
a
of
fun
few
story.
words,
Yeah.
but funny still nonetheless.
Yeah. All right. Well, my week, I didn't really do all that much. The usual. Still farting around with my dishwasher. I'm just gonna take it to a guy to fix it. I can't figure it out at this point. I don't know what's broken on it. Everything looks normal, so I don't know what to do. And it's also from like 1988, so it's
Time to be replaced.
I mean, it is time to be replaced, but goddamn, if I'm gonna try to fix it first. If I can get it fixed, then I'll keep using it. But once another thing breaks, once you get like past a certain threshold of money sunk into it, it ain't worth it anymore. So, I got it for free, so it could be worth like $50-$60. Let's see how it goes.
You know what's really neat? I was watching a video this morning. They were talking about how much it would cost to live in Tokyo.
Oh yeah,
Like in Tokyo, if you wanted to be like go street drifting and all this other stuff, like if that was your jam.
right?
And long story short, it's fucking exorbitant.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
Like you're talking like $3,000 a month for like an apartment,
Ugh.
and then like a minimum of $400 for a parking spot.
Oh Jesus,
And,
yeah.
and that's like not even going to guarantee your car fits. Because
Because
if you like sports cars, like that like 400 will get you a spot for a K car, not necessarily
right,
like
the little
even
car.
like an S13. S13s are pretty small.
Really? That's painful.
But one of the things they had was they had a dishwasher, but it was just like a drawer on the counters underneath the countertop, and it was like it was a little dishwasher that's like the size of like a supermarket basket.
Oh, cool.
That was one of those where like I looked at that and I was like, oh my god, I would actually use that every single time because it'd be like just rinse the chunks off and then put them in there.
Yep.
All right, you know what? I'm usually not the one to bring up the Weeb reference, but it reminds me of a scene from the animated Cowboy Bebop, where was it Faye wakes up? I don't know if this is a spoiler, but she wakes up after her amnesia, and it's like, and the doctor's asking her like, "Yeah, what is this? What is this? What is this?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, that's a rice cooker." And then the guy's like, "Well, you're wrong. It's actually a laundry machine." And then he like opens it and like fresh, clean clothes spring out of it. And she's like, "What the hell is this place?"
yeah.
And it's like, it's like that where you see something and you're like, "Oh, it's too small to be like a real thing." And then all of a sudden it's like, "Boof!" And that would be awesome.
You know what? You don't have to say spoiler alert for something that's been out since.
You know
Something
what?
that's over 20 years old.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. It's still it's going to be new to someone. So I don't like to.
Then they can walk away from the video real quick, watch the anime, and then come back and watch this.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Watch it if you haven't.
Because
Fuck
Cowboy
that.
Bebop isn't a long series.
It's not, and it's a classic. So
Exactly.
fuck off. Anything else this week? I did some PC work on my own setup. So I started describing this to the guys, but I didn't finish it. So my computer has it has 2 hard drives. It's got, just an NVMe stick and then like, a SATA SSD for storage. Because I have a nice like X570 board, but it only has 1 NVMe slot. So it's not like I can just load it up. And this whole time, I've been under the presumption that I installed Windows. Because like when you first like prep the drives, like in like the Windows install program or whatever, it doesn't really tell you which drive is which. It just says, oh yeah, terabyte hard drive, terabyte hard drive. So it's kind of like, all right, well, pick of the draw. Which one do I think the SSD is? It's got to be drive 0.
So the catch with that is you actually have to look at the hardware ID
Right.
of it.
Right.
But
And
like if you have two of the same drive, yeah, good luck.
right. Yeah, that was the thing. Like they were both made by Western Digital, and like there's like 2 letters that are different. Like one has like it's a huge string, and then it ends with like TXOA or something, and that's the NVMe, and then the SATA one is like 05SA or something, and it's like I wouldn't have known, but so like yeah, for the past like year since I like last did a Windows install and I got this NVMe, I've been operating it under the presumption that like, oh yeah, that was my boot drive. You know, you use the fastest disk as your boot drive and what you put.
Joke's on you.
No, I've been using my crazy fast NVMe for storage.
Yeah.
And booting off of the SATA disk. So I was like, wow, this is asinine. So I had to fix it.
Oh, here we go. Restart time.
Yeah, you know, so then it's like the whole, like, okay, cool, time to back up everything off of it. And I also realized that, like, my BIOS was horribly out of date. Like, Gigabyte, like, a lot of their boards, their version numbers are, like, it's F and then a number. So I think the one I was running was, like, F9 or F10. And the latest for my board was F36. So I was,
whoa.
I was very far behind. So I finally was like, all right, you know what? If I'm gonna,
It probably works way better now, though.
it does actually. Well, because it enabled the not resizable bar, but the AMD version of it.
Yeah.
Which actually, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really noticed that much of a difference yet, except in actually in Killing Floor 2, I did seem to notice a bit of a difference. But I also can't tell if that's the NVMe because that game is like, it usually runs really good, but the load times and like the texture, like the popping or whatever, can be kind of bad.
Well,
so I don't really know
if your game's engine is bad about that.
Yeah,
NVMe ain't gonna fix it.
No, that's true. I mean, that game is like that's like the one thing that's like notoriously bad about it. Is it's like, yeah, I mean, once you're in the match, it's like butter on like even prehistoric hardware. But yeah, that load time, because my sister installed it on a conventional disc because she was like, oh, I'm out of space on my SSD, so I'm gonna put it on like a spinning disc, and it's like, I mean, we would start like a match and we would get like 2 waves in before she was finally loaded, and it was like, this sucks.
Wow,
this is horrible. So
that's painful.
So yeah, my weekend was or not my weekend. It was like Friday, I think. My Friday was spent just, you know, it was just like a small thing. Like I was just, oh yeah, you know, I think it even started with because I had an extra 500 gig SSD and I was going to put like Linux on it because I wanted to do a little more studying on you know, Proton and how all that stuff kind of works, because I know Valve is planning on releasing SteamOS for pretty much public use outside of just the Steam Deck. And I figured my PC is a good candidate because it's all AMD hardware, you know, AMD CPU, AMD GPU. It's like the drivers should be more or less there. But I didn't even wind up doing that because I was like, well, what the fuck have I been doing this the entire year? Yeah. And then, you know, the whole process of like, you know, installing all your programs and downloading all your shit again, it you know, it takes a while. So that was fun. Fun. Not tedium. Fun.
Okay.
Yes. No, it was actual tedium and watching paint dry.
Of course.
But
At
yeah,
least that Windows load went pretty fast, though.
No, it did. It went very fast, and it's like now that I finally got everything kind of more or less up and running, it's pretty great. But yeah, getting there that sucked, because then it's also like, you know, all the programs that you have that like you have logins for, because fucking everything needs a login, and none of them are the fucking same. So I had to go through, and it's like, okay, well, Epic Games Store, Steam, Xbox. Oh, the Xbox one's pretty easy because that's like the Microsoft account.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Xbox.
So, yeah. No
Xbox
new Game Pass games. Oh wait, I don't know if I talked about it in a previous episode, but I did play a game, Proteus.
Heard about it
on Game Pass. It is, if you wanted Doom Eternal to look like Duke 3D, that is what this game is. It's fucking phenomenal.
Nice.
It's very similar in terms of soundtrack, atmosphere. You could dual wield fists, And actually, what I like to do is when I go fisting people, I pre-fire around corners because then you start swinging faster. So like I'll know like 3 guys are around the corner. I'll be like, I'm sorry, I forgot. No fun allowed.
Bowser, come here.
Yeah,
come here, baby. Come here.
Sorry. Anytime I get a little loud, Bowser gets pissed off at me.
Bowser,
yeah, see, he's
you're fine, bud.
Yeah, you're funny.
It's like
you're funny.
That reminds me of the mod weapons from Skyrim.
Oh yeah.
There's a pair of gauntlets that I always load in. It's called Get These Hands. And it's just a pair of gauntlets you just come around and punch people.
Yeah.
And it just instantly vaporizes them.
Yeah. It's if you haven't played it yet, it's a lot of fun. It's a short FPS. It's like maybe 4 hours. But again, if you like Doom Eternal or like any of those kind of more classic brutal FPSs with a flair of style to them. It's a lot of fun. The shotgun is amazing. I mean, I don't know. That's like one of those things. Every video game seems to have a good shotgun.
Well, no, that's the mark of a good shooter.
Right. Sorry.
If the shotgun's bad, the game's bad.
Yeah. But this one, it's like it's got like a charge up on it, so it's like firing it normally. It's just a shotgun, but when you charge it up, it's like an incendiary like laser shotgun. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, Bowser's giving me a bath. It's fine.
Bowser, come here.
Hey, okay, buddy.
Come over here.
See, look, now we're friends.
I did play some more Ultra Kill this week because
Ultra Kill.
The second chapter dropped.
Oh, your breath stinks.
A couple weeks ago, like 2-3 weeks ago, it dropped.
Oh, okay.
So I finally got around to playing that. Obviously, that game is just like we're gonna take Doom Eternal and we're gonna turn the speed up. And then we're going to turn up the style factor, and then we're going to put a style meter that's like as brutally hard to max out.
Yeah, it's like a Devil May Cry style meter. Yeah. Actually, I think it uses even the same ranks. It's like S, double S, triple S, that kind of thing.
And like playing the new stuff is pretty wicked. But
all I know is it has that gun where it's like you flip the coin and then you shoot the coin.
Yeah, you can flip up to 4 coins.
Yeah, it's so cool.
And then you only have to shoot one, and if you shoot one, it ricochets off all of them.
So
and
badass.
it just fucking obliterates the screen. It's harder than you think. Because the coin doesn't always flip straight.
Right.
Sometimes the coin flips left or right. So you actually have to be really good at it.
Yeah, it's amazing to see though. I love that game is really really cool.
Yeah.
A lot of those like kind of indie FPSs are really good right now.
Well, like I think the best part about that game, and like I'm surprised Matt hasn't heard about this game, because like the game opens up and it's just like hell is full, blood is fuel, location somewhere near hell. First chapter, one machine army.
Yeah,
like that's it, and you're just like you're a robot, you're V1, the robot, and just like you know, you have a parry attack, which, like, when they're shooting bullets and rockets and stuff at you, you punch them to make them fly back at them.
Oh, yeah.
And it fucking explodes. Like, it's
very stylized, but very fast, very fun.
Oh, yeah, the game is wicked, dude.
Yeah, it's great. Sorry, there was a question I was going to ask like earlier, and I've already forgotten it. So
a weird one.
Yeah, it was going to be a weird question. It just fucking bugs me.
Well, I mean, all right. In the meantime, while you try
my brain
back,
like mulls over
bring
that
back. So we can talk about that.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that they did the reveal trailer for Deadpool 3?
No.
I know it's a thing, but I didn't actually see it. I haven't seen it, but I did know that like it came out, and I saw like a bunch
Do you mind if I spoil it?
No, dude, it's a trailer.
Okay.
Go ahead.
They're sitting there.
It's the best thing I've
He's
watched.
talking about it, and he's like, "Yeah, there's nothing really that big that we wanted to do." Blah 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 blah. And you see someone walk by in the background, and they start walking up the stairs, and you start to see who it is in the stairs. And you just see Ryan Reynolds go, "Hey, you want to play Wolverine again?"
Yeah, because he's just like,
"Sure."
Yeah,
Just keep
he
talking. And they're like, "No, you idiots. Logan takes place in 2029. He's not technically dead yet in canon."
So it was great because he's just like, because he just goes on this like monologue about how trying to make Deadpool into the MCU. And he's like, and we got nothing. Like, it's empty out here. But then he's like, but we have one idea. And you just see someone walk by. He's like, hey, Hugh, you want to play Wolverine one more time? And he just starts walking up the stairs. He's like, yeah, sure, Ryan.
yeah.
And then it cuts to Ryan Reynolds' face. And he just goes, And when he does the eyebrow raise and starts playing Whitney Houston's "I Will Always Love You," and I'm like,
of course
this is perfect for Deadpool.
And then the day after, they released another one of the two of them sitting on the couch talking about it.
Yeah.
But as it starts playing, what song is it? It plays like it plays some like 80s pop song like about like best friend or whatever the fuck. I forget what it is.
Oh, you're my best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I forget. Yeah, it starts playing that as it's like talking over them. And they're like acting it all out, and it's so stupid.
That's Queen, I think. I'm trying to. I don't remember the name of the song. It's like
we also got a release date for the movie, which it makes sense because it was the one empty spot that was open for
all the Marvel stuff.
Yeah, for D23.
What is it?
It was September 6th, 2024 is when the movie comes out.
Oh, Jesus, wow.
Yeah, which is like, why even announce it?
Yeah, they're teasing this stuff way in advance now. Holy shit.
But you know what it just did? Now everybody that was always like, oh, Hugh Jackman's never going to come back. It's like, Hugh Jackman's playing Wolverine again.
Yeah.
But,
So everybody's now excited.
Okay, let's be real here. Even though the movies weren't the best, and it's not Hugh Jackman's fault,
No.
he was always a fucking excellent Wolverine.
No, he was a great Wolverine. Yeah.
But if they don't edit and make the movie very good, like there's nothing you can fucking do about it.
This was like Fox at like their peak of idiocy. Like you had like the Fantastic Four movies and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, yeah, you know, like that's not
I
his
thought the
fault.
Fantastic Four was Sony.
Was it? I thought it was Fox. Maybe it was Sony. You might be right.
Well, I know the newest one was Sony.
Well, the newest one,
No.
But I mean, like the old.
Sony
like,
got Fantastic Four. Fox had X-Men. That's
was
what
it
you're
just
thinking
X-Men?
of. Yeah.
Oh, I could have sworn it was also Fox, but maybe I'm mistaken.
And I know the reason why Hugh Jackman originally said he was not going to play Wolverine again was because of how he had to get in shape for that role.
Oh, yeah.
It was always like time-consuming and painstakingly long for him.
Yeah, the guy was ripped. He had it.
So it was like perfectly reasonable why he didn't want to play. But when you're working with a movie company that wants you to do it over and over and over and over again,
yeah.
it's just like you can see why he just got like burned out.
Oh yeah.
So probably this like nice long break where he was able to just relax and just try to just stay in normal shape.
Yeah,
It's perfectly fine.
Well,
for him.
okay.
Well, that and Deadpool's like a huge ass blockbuster. Like it's not,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh
that was-
yeah. No. Like
Plus, now it's Disney that he's working for. It's not Fox.
right.
and
Yeah, those Disney bucks. Gotta get them
well, not
Disney
only that,
bucks.
it's still going to be rated R.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that's one.
That was the stipulation. It was like because I know Ryan Reynolds had talked about it at one point. He's like, no, if it's not rated R, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Yeah. No. And actually, Logan and Deadpool 1 and 2 are on Disney Plus, and they are rated R.
Yeah.
They are
Interesting.
the only rated R content they have on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say, like, I'm not usually a huge fan of the Marvel stuff. Like, I kind of tapped out after. I don't even know which
Infinity
one.
War.
After Infinity War.
Yeah, I think even before that, like, I started tapping out. Like, I think it was.
It did become like very consuming.
Yeah,
after a while.
the Black Panther and Captain Marvel. I don't know. Both those movies just looked like Star Wars, and I was like, I don't really want to watch this anymore.
You know what? Black Panther was good.
Black Panther was good.
Captain Marvel was just.
I don't know.
very
You're
mad
not
to
going to
me.
redeem a villain named Killmonger to me. Like
Yeah.
that's just. You couldn't name him anything. Like I know, like yeah, sure, it's probably accurate to the comic, but god damn it,
But no,
his name is Killmonger.
like
Yeah, you know what? It was written in like the 80s.
I know. It just
Like, what do you
saying, man.
expect?
I'm just saying.
But yeah, like freaking Black Panther was a good movie. Captain Marvel was very meh to me because I was just like, I just didn't care for the character. I'm like, I'm sorry, you're just not writing her well.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's kind of the thing is like, outside of like the last few right up before like all the Infinity War stuff, it just kind of sucked it. It just kind of sucked it up. Like,
And you know what was
and ever since, like everything's been kind of weak.
yeah.
So.
What would have been a really good movie if it didn't come out after the fact was Black Widow, because that was a really fun movie to watch. But like zero tension in the movie.
Right.
Because you know what happens to Black Widow.
Right.
Because the movie came out like 2-3 years after Endgame.
Yeah.
So it's like you already know that she dies there. Like there's zero tension when she's getting her ass kicked by the other 10 like Black Widows that are from the organization she was in.
I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I haven't seen any of it. So
Oh.
Yeah.
it's fine.
Basically,
but-
she went to go after the organization that she was part of.
Yeah.
And there's like a bunch of other like other girls that are like her.
Okay.
And they're just kicking her ass, and the entire time you're watching, you're like, you know, she's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like there's zero tension in that movie at all. Through every like high stakes scene, it's like she's just gonna walk out of this fine because.
Yeah, you already know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, you gave me zero tension. Like, fun movie to watch, but like,
yeah,
I'm
I
not
wouldn't be able
concerned
to
with the
figure it out no
character.
matter what. I'd just be sitting like this the whole time.
yeah.
I don't know.
like,
I think the thing is we've seen so much Marvel content now to where, like,
It's an overload.
where are the X-Men?
I sat through every one of those Avengers movies
Where-
like this.
Where are the
Yeah.
X-Men? Where the fuck is Doctor Doom? Don't really give a shit about the Fantastic Four, but where's Doctor Doom?
well, yeah, Doom rocks.
Oh yeah,
Doom's cool.
Let's be
do
real.
like
Doom is like one of the best villains in all of Marvel. Period.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fantastic Four can, yeah, whatever. I don't really give a fuck. But like Doom is like Doom's up there.
yeah.
No, I do like some of the stuff that they're doing now with Disney Plus. Like the Loki series was fun to watch.
Yeah, but not all of those are hits.
Yeah, not all of those are hits. Like,
Like-
there's been some big misses.
Yeah, and it's the same with the Star Wars stuff. Like,
It's also poorly made. I think it's all because it's all fake.
Well, I mean, the CG in the shows is not.
it's
not the
nowhere
best.
near as good as the movie.
Yeah,
Which-
it
that-
hurts
that's
a lot.
painful.
that's fair.
Yeah.
That is fair.
Oh, yeah, I
You're
mean,
not
it's a
gonna
TV
you're
show,
not
they
gonna
have
get
to do a lot
movie-
more.
You're not going to get movie quality budget for a TV series.
Yeah, then like I don't know.
But
why
the whole
make
thing
it?
is like they can do so much with CGI now. They do things that could very easily be done just normally, but they just make it all CGI because it's easier. And you can just tell it's all fake. I'm like,
Yeah.
if this was like 20 years ago, they would have had to have actually done half of this shit.
So that's
and it would have looked fucking awesome. Like in like
Yeah, the mixture. Like they could have mixed in some practical effects.
remember the Punisher?
Oh yeah,
The original Punisher
Yeah, yeah,
movie.
yeah.
There was no CGI in that movie. And I know that they couldn't do some of this stuff without CGI because it's just a lot more chaos and everything.
Oh
going
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like, imagine if they filmed a lot of it, actually filming some of it, and then
Yeah.
they didn't have all CGI the whole thing.
Yeah.
So that's why Boba Fett and Mandalorian have been so good compared to, which I still haven't watched Obi-Wan. I want to watch on Andor or whatever, but like those three series, because it was 2 seasons of Mandalorian, they were so good because you had people like Jon Favreau who are like super into Star Wars and everything, and like part of their whole goal to bring it back to like what Star Wars was like going into the 80s and stuff was like, no, we want to go back to where everything's practical effects.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
It
Yeah.
makes everything better
I think-
when it's all practical effects.
I think the one thing that does Mandalorian justice is the fact that it feels like a science fiction western. Like
Yeah, it
like
feels
that
like-
feeling makes me want to sit there and watch it all the time.
Yeah, no. Like they did a really good job of like, here's just a character in the Star Wars universe. The other thing is like, well, I like Grogu and stuff like that. All right, it's time to go away from the Jedi. I don't want to see any more of the Jedi stuff. Like, I don't want to see that. I want to see like all this other stuff because I don't want it to turn into like, oh, he's a Jedi, blah blah blah. No. I want to see this motherfucker
they-
going through gritty shit in space.
They
You getting a beverage? Yeah. Give me the hookup.
they
Yeah, do.
they actually dropped the reveal trailer or the teaser trailer for Mandalorian season 3.
Yeah, I haven't watched. I gotta watch other stuff.
Conquer
first.
shit.
It actually looks pretty fun,
Yeah.
which is what I want. Because this looks like it's more of a like him going back to discover himself more. And it's like, you know what? Every character needs an arc like that. So it's just kind of like, okay, let's see what happens.
I think the problem to me with like the Marvel, but also the Star Wars stuff, was that it felt like they were kind of selling it just on hype alone. Like
The Marvel stuff definitely.
Marvel was all
like
hype,
it's
but
like a lot of the movies have just stopped being fun to watch. Like
Yeah.
when you watch the first Iron Man or Thor wasn't.
Well,
really that fun, but-
okay. Let's rewind that back.
Yeah, go on.
The first Iron Man, the first Thor, and the first Captain America are all like sticks in the mud. The
Oh, come on.
No. They have some really fun moments.
I
but
like
when
the
you
first
go
Iron
back,
Man.
those movies are boring as fuck to watch.
No
yeah,
way.
they're
The
pretty
first
boring.
one's not that bad. Thor is boring as shit.
Oh,
I
yeah,
will give
Thor
you
is
that
boring.
one.
That
Thor
was, like,
sucks ass.
It doesn't
Thor
get
sucks until Ragnarok.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah,
Captain
Dude, Thor
America.
2, oh god, I ripped into that movie
I
so
hated-
bad when I saw it.
Fuck
Thor
you.
2 will always be like the bottom tier Marvel movie.
Oh yeah, bad.
It's like, come on.
The
Yeah,
first, I'll give Iron Man credit because they picked Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Right? They picked a big one,
he
and they're like,
makes a good
"You're
Tony
gonna
Stark."
start this. Like,
Yeah.
you got to start this." And they relied and used him as a crutch to start the whole Marvel thing.
Yeah, I guess.
But like the first one is like it's a whole bunch of setup and it's just like boring as shit. And then the second one is he fights the Mandarin, right?
No,
uh,
he
The
fights-
second one is Whiplash,
Whiplash. Yeah.
which
I didn't like
not
the
a-
second one.
not a bad
But
villain
no,
to
but
pick from.
it actually turned up the action and stuff.
Yeah, it
where the
did.
first one didn't have very much because it was just universe setup. And that's the problem is the first one in all of these series is like it's the setup of that character, and it's like, no, I don't want to see that. That's
Well,
why
no, but the-
Spider-Man did so good with Tom Holland because it was like, yeah, here you go, he's already in the role.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, like the thing with Iron Man was that they did make him an entertaining character. Like Captain America, yeah, he wasn't very entertaining. Thor definitely wasn't.
Well, the whole setup with Iron Man was that's setting up for the Avengers.
Yeah,
Captain
I mean,
America was
that
setting
was-
up for like villains of the past.
yeah.
I mean, I guess
And then,
I feel like that
and
was
then
still
Thor
like
was setting up what we got now is galaxies, space,
Yeah.
adventures.
yeah,
Because-
but Thor
because-
sucks at it.
Well, that's because Thor was like just doing his own thing. But then we have Guardians of the Galaxies now, which spend that so much more.
Yeah.
Which now ties in with Thor.
Yeah, Guardians was probably like one of the last good ones I think I saw. I mean, I saw Thor Ragnarok and I didn't mind it. Like
you-
it was fun.
You ever seen Love and Thunder yet?
No, I don't play on
Love
that.
and Thunder is just entertaining.
Eh.
The ending fight scene made me laugh the most.
Yeah.
And I won't say it, but it just got the biggest chuckle out of me because of something that he did.
Yeah, no, I just like again, none of it really means anything to me anymore. Like I mean, to be fair, it never really meant a lot to me anyway. Like it meant like a lot to like everybody else.
I will say
I
that
just watched it.
I tagged along to all those opening
Yeah,
nights.
I was the
Yeah.
tag along. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say probably the last good Marvel movie I watched was Multiverse of Madness, because that had a lot of good.
Which one was that?
Doctor Strange.
Oh,
the
okay,
second
okay.
Doctor Strange movie,
Okay.
and it was fun because it tied in WandaVision with what happened there. Which if you
No.
like,
No, I haven't.
I know you haven't.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, no, it's
no,
fun.
I haven't.
WandaVision for me was like probably mid tier for Marvel TV series because there are some better TV series. Like I will sit there and watch Loki. That was a good one. Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moon Knight was actually pretty good.
Yeah, Moon Knight was. I just liked the character in general from Moon
Yeah.
Knight.
Yeah.
And then yeah, it was just one of those. It's just one of those things where, as you said, like there's been some hits and misses in Marvel, and like some of the hits are really good hits, but the misses are very bad sometimes.
Well,
Yeah.
again, like it
And
feels like
boring.
some of the movies and stuff they crank out, they're selling it on like the hype of the
hype
character
of-
they've
yeah.
built up in the past. Like,
And with Star Wars, it's here's the expanded universe that people want to see, and
Yeah.
well,
people have
some of
known.
it that they want to see, and then some of it that they
like
could probably do
Andor.
without.
Andor's been fun to watch. I know some people are just like, there's some people like, who's this character? It's like you got to go watch the Rogue One movie, and then you'll know who it is.
Yeah.
I did see that. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I didn't even watch The Mandalorian. I know everybody talks like
Mandalorian's
hypes
really
the
good.
shit out of it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm a little
Mandalorian's-
afraid to watch it.
Mandalorian is
Well, no.
really fun to
So
watch.
what it was is it's like, here you go. Here's random Jimmy out here just traipsing around through the Star Wars universe, doing what he's got to do. It's really good.
Yeah.
Mandalorian 1 and 2 and Book of Boba are all really good.
Yeah, like I said, though, it's just I don't
Yeah.
know. Make a good X-wing game. Maybe or make a good TIE fighter, and maybe I'll get
I
back
want
into
them-
it.
Well, they did, but it was EA and it fell apart.
Yeah, which means it wasn't good. That's what I'm saying. We need
Well,
like
no,
a classic one.
no. It's not that it wasn't good. It's that it was very
I-
hard, and EA wanted to microtransaction it.
Nah, that
Did you
wasn't
not
good.
see it? Because it was the one where you're like actually in the cockpit.
Yeah, I know, and
Oh,
it
which one,
wasn't good because
Squadrons?
I played the classic. It wasn't good, man.
Yeah, the one that just came out like a year or two
that
ago.
one was fun.
Yeah, it was fine.
EA
It wasn't the classic TIE Fighter. I know TIE Fighter. You can't change that for me. 1990. Whatever it was.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. But like everyone wants Rogue Squadron, like Rogue Leader.
Actually, yeah, I would love a new Rogue.
That's
Squadron.
what everybody wants. They want that. They don't want to be in the cockpit. They don't want to be playing flying shit in Battlefront. No. They want Rogue Squadron.
Yeah, Rogue Squadron.
Battlefront is a whole other thing.
Yeah.
But and Battlefront, fuck, take that license away from EA or something. Fuck.
The original Battlefront games were a lot better.
Way better than the new.
Oh yeah,
I
I mean
love
Battlefront
playing
2
the
was a
original
classic. Jesus.
I mean, I even went back and Battlefront 2 was free 6-7 months ago.
Oh yeah.
It's free if you know a guy.
Well, yeah, but the online multiplayer and everything was all free through. They put it on Steam for free,
Oh shit.
like free to play for a while or something.
Yeah.
It was like a free weekend or some shit. And I went back and I played it, and I was like, I had fun, but the entire time I was playing, I'm like, but it's not Battlefront 2 on the Xbox.
Oh, you mean that Battlefront 2? Oh, okay. My
Yeah,
bad.
the original Battlefront games.
You know, I'm talking about the newer one.
Oh yeah,
The
no, I'm
newer
talking
one,
about
they
the
had
older
a free weekend.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right,
Ah.
this is it was almost 2 years after release, after how bad it was, with all the microtransactions and everything. It was like, all right, well, it's free to play. I'll just hop on, have some fun with it. And it's just the entire time, it's like, this ain't it.
Yeah, I do. That does bring up one complaint because we just ran into this confusion right now. Please stop naming things the same thing again and again.
Nostalgia ain't gonna get you good
It
reviews and
doesn't
shit
matter.
if your product sucks.
Yeah, just call it something else or call it Actually, and that's the one case where I'd be like, you know what? If you just called it the new Battlefront, I'd be like, okay, whatever. I'll deal because now I can at least differentiate it. Because when people say Battlefront 2, I'm like, okay, which one? Are you talking 04, 05, or are you talking like a couple years ago? Because I don't know anymore.
Yeah, because when they announced Battlefront, I'm like, oh, they're doing a remake of the original.
That's what I thought.
And then when
it wasn't that at all.
I tried it, I'm like, this sucks.
Modern Warfare 2.
The first
Really? That's another one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 2 too.
the first remake of Battlefront that they did.
Yeah.
That one was really fun, but that's it was typical of DICE, where now everything DICE touches is shit.
Yeah.
Like they haven't been good since 4, Battlefield 4.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much of that is EA pressuring them or them just not being able to
Just
keep up. I'm
Just
sure
'cause-
I'm sure EA has their hand in it though.
I remember we all bought it and we played a lot of it of Battlefront when it first came back out.
Yeah, I tried it, and like you said, it's fun, but it didn't feel like
Yeah,
Battlefront.
it never hit the magic of the OG.
Because the original Battlefront was just so awesome.
Oh, it's amazing.
And then when Battlefront 2 came out, the original Battlefront 2, having space combat a little bit, and then boarding enemy ships to go blow them up, it's like,
But
this is fun.
The original Battlefront 2 you could get on Xbox Live.
Yep. Xbox Live or
And it was awesome on Xbox
what the
Live.
fuck? Not Game Ranger. What is the thing?
Yeah, whatever it
Game.
was.
Fuck. Whatever Game Ranger replaced. I can't think of it.
I don't know.
Game Spy? Is it?
Was it GameSpy?
I think the multiplayer was run by Game Spy for that one. But yeah, I mean, even you can get people on Hamachi or whatever. That game is still fun as shit to play.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I still every once in a while because I've got old computers and stuff. It's I'll fire that one up. That's always a classic to go back to.
That's such a good game.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I really want them to do a remake of Shadow of the Empire. Because that was a fun game.
Which one was that?
That's where you play Dash Rendar.
Yeah, bad.
Your first mission is you're doing the Hoth battle.
Okay.
And then, you deal with Hoth. Then you fly off into space. You do a space mission. And then, I think your first place you go to is someplace where Boba Fett is. And you gotta fight Boba Fett. He's the final boss.
Yeah.
The hardest level in that game was dealing with the underwater junk crap. Because you had to fight the.
I don't recall this game at all.
Really?
Yeah,
No,
I
this
never-
was
no, I
don't
N64 days.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
definitely,
definitely don't
I definitely play it. Yeah. No, my Star Wars games back then was Rogue Squadron and whatever the episode 1, the Naboo Starfighter game. That was also
Oh,
really
yeah, I
fun.
remember
It was
that
basically
one.
the same game, but just episode 1.
Yeah, I remember Rogue Squadron. I played the shit out
and
of
the
that
second one was Rogue Leader, and then there was a third
Yeah.
one on the GameCube.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there was a one in between. It was basically the same engine, but
Yeah, it was Naboo Starfighter.
Naboo Starfighter. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Naboo Starfighter. Yeah, and that game was also awesome.
Yeah, but that was like a half step in like Rogue Squadron. The Naboo
And I was
Starfighter.
always the sicko that played in first person in those games. It was the closest I could get, man. I am still chasing that dragon of like a good, like action dogfight game that is not just like. I don't want to get too far down my own 4-letter word game, which is Elite Dangerous, but I hate shooting at a guy for 8 minutes. Like that's boring. It's not fun.
Or you go play Ace Combat. Like Ace
Ace
Combat's lit
Combat's
now.
Yeah.
Ace Combat's
7 was
good.
really
Project
good.
Wingman is a good one.
You got Tom Clancy Hawks.
Yeah, I did play Hawks. I never played Hawks 2, but I did play
I
the
did play
first
Hawks
one.
too as well. I
Yeah.
played the first one though.
Oh yeah, that game was wicked.
The
fun.
Ace Fighter games are the ones I remember.
Yeah, Ace Combat.
Ace Combat.
Yeah, those are classics with
Yeah,
all
dude,
their
fucking
with all the corny ass dialogue and like the
Dude,
over the top music. It's so good.
fucking Ace Combat 7, dude. You got JPEG Dog.
Yeah, JPEG dog.
Like, yeah, JPEG Dog is the shit, dude.
Yeah, that rocks.
Fuck yeah, JPEG Dog. Anyways.
Yeah, sorry, but
You know, we're talking about all these. Now we're talking about like all these war games and all that.
I know, this
the
is-
one. There's one other war game I want that the remake, and
Go
I
on.
would hope they would do well. Is Medal of Honor Airborne,
oh yeah,
That'd be pretty sweet.
where you jump out of the plane and you land in like certain drop zones.
yeah,
Medal
yeah,
of
yeah.
Honor's dead, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
unfortunately.
unfortunate-
When
that's
was
the
that
unfortunate.
one? When did they release that one?
Medal of
Airborne.
Honor Airborne?
Yeah, what
Oh
system
god,
was it on?
that was like 360.
Okay, so that was
There was
like
a
that
lot
was
of
like
really
after, like,
good-
Frontline, right? Like Frontline and Rising Sun. Those are the ones I remember from like,
Yeah.
the original Xbox.
Yeah, but they pretty much got beat out by Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Yeah, Call of Duty.
Call of
pretty
Duty
much-
stole their lunch.
yeah.
Yeah, and then at some point, like Medal of Honor tried to like kind of become the new Call of Duty, and it just
Yeah,
it
they
didn't
did try
work.
to reboot it by putting out Medal of Honor, and that's where it died.
It was like Battlefield, basically.
But no,
Yeah,
I,
more or less. It
I
was like a
love
smaller
Medal of Honor
battlefield.
Airborne.
Yeah.
Just because it had so much replayability, because you could level up your firearms, make them stronger, get better ammo, do all this stuff with them. And like the last mission is so fun because you're raiding an artillery tower, and you're like the last thing you do is you crawl through the sewers, get to the top, and you find the hookup for the plunger, because that's what you do is you drag your wires to it. So you
Oh
can blow
yeah,
up
yeah,
the
for
place,
the bomb,
and then you
not
just
like for the sewage. Yeah,
yeah. Then you just push down the plunger, and boom, the whole tower goes. It's like, yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played I think it was called. I keep trying to call it Band of Brothers. I think it was Brothers in Arms.
Brothers
Yeah,
in
it's
Arms.
Brothers in
Yeah,
Arms.
that was a really fun one as well. There's a lot of those. Like there was a lot, like a huge like influx of like the World War II. Or,
Yeah, at one
like,
point
classic,
it was a ton of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah, that, and then Call of Duty was the first one to go modern.
Right,
like that.
and then that just
Well, it wasn't
became
the
like the new
first one,
hotness.
but
It
yeah.
wasn't, but it was like the one that like I think
One that
really
gained
like
popularity.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
because like there were games like Black or whatever that existed before that, but
Yeah,
Black
but-
was way
SOCOM.
more stylized.
But then you had like Modern Warfare come out, and then Modern Warfare
right,
2.
right.
But then like they took a little bit of a step back and did like, then they had like World at War and then Black Ops.
Yeah, I mean, World at War is still kind of like
Oh, World at War is still popular.
I still
game's
think that
awesome.
game is very.
I love
It
love
holds
playing
up
that
pretty
game.
well, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good game.
Especially as you watch like the newer World War II game like just trip on its like it just tripped all over itself and was dead out of the gate. Like,
I
it was
I
great.
haven't even played it. Like,
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah. If you, the Act Man on YouTube did a really good video comparing the two of them and talking about them. World at War versus World War II, the one that just came
Oh
out.
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's just absolute.
World at War is still
Garbage.
so much better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which, speaking of, Modern Warfare 2, the remake. The
Modern
remake.
Warfare 2 too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Warfare
2-2.
2.
Yeah.
Damn, that's supposed
The
to be a
Reckoning.
good fucking game. I watched a bunch of people play it, and everybody's sitting there saying, like, this is some good shit. And just, like, I'm just sitting here like, damn, I wish I could play it. Not until it goes into Game Pass.
Yeah, yeah.
I won't give Activision
Bullshit.
another fucking $1. I'm done
Yep.
with them.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
But, yeah. And then speaking of, like, Sony's fucking crying all over the world now to all the different
Oh, for
regulation,
fuck's
to all
sake.
the different regulatory bodies. They're crying about it, and one of the ones is like, it finally came out. Like, they finally issued a statement as to what's actually going on and why they're trying to block it. And it's one of those where it's like, yep, this is what we all knew you were doing all along. And it's Sony's like, well, we don't want to lose the revenue from all the microtransactions in Call of Duty. And technically, if it goes to Microsoft, then that means we don't get as big of a cut on our store, and then we can't sit there and charge them more and everything like that. And it's like, yeah, everybody knew that was what was going on in the first place.
Yeah.
Because Microsoft's sitting there going like, we said we'd honor your deal.
Right.
So, but yeah, no, those games, they're coming. They'll be in Game Pass. They'll be awesome when they're in Game Pass.
Yeah, I was going to say, Game Pass, like, man. Again, I can't say, like, I don't necessarily like that direction of the industry. Like, I hope it doesn't become, like, this whole, like, oh, everybody kind of has, like, their own version of it, blah, 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 blah. Because the last thing we need is, like, another, like, streaming service, like,
well, okay.
schism.
So the thing about Game Pass, and this is why, because I recently upgraded on PlayStation. I was like, all right, I'll do it. They put a couple more games in the back catalog that I wanted to play. I was like, all right, I'll pay for it. And then, like, I haven't touched it. I played it once. I haven't touched it. And it's because all the back catalog stuff has to be streamed and not actually downloaded. Whereas if on PC or Xbox, it's downloaded to the console.
Blech.
It's just you can only download it within a certain window. And I mean, even if you have it downloaded onto your console and it goes out of the window if it's on Game Pass, you still get a discount to buy it, which is cool. But because everything is streamed, keep in mind I have fiber, there's just enough of an input delay that it's just like,
yeah, and mind you, you have fiber, so you actually have a really good connection. Like, my connection, like, most of the time it's good, but sometimes it's unstable.
Oh, dude.
And I would love to see, like, oh, cool, yeah, 480p pixelated, like, great.
Everything here is hardwired fiber on Cat 6A.
Damn.
Like, I
like,
built
you're giving it
right
the
here.
best case. Like, that is literally the best case scenario for that tech.
Yeah, and it just, like...
And it's still got some problems.
And you still got that, like, just that little bit of input lag, and it's just like, this ain't it, Chief. I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, if you're playing something where it's not, like, super precise, like, it's all right.
Yeah.
And, like, if you go back and play, like, some of the old, like, OG PlayStation games, you're not really going to notice it because it's an OG PlayStation game, and the game only runs at, like...
It's already running at, like, 12 FPS half the time anyways.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
But even then, like, once you start getting into more modern stuff, like, even stuff on the PS3, it's just, like...
Oh, yeah, I would hate to play a shooter with that.
It's like, nah.
A shooter with that, anything fast-paced, anything that requires that kind of precision control, no way.
What we're talking about having to have it stream over.
Yeah.
I did run into a hiccup in Kingdom Hearts with the cloud version because, as you know, it's pretty much what he's talking about. Is pretty much like the cloud version for Nintendo Switch games. And I ran into a hiccup in mid-combat. Luckily, it wasn't a boss battle, or I would be having a freaking major freak out.
Yeah.
But luckily, it was just like a regular combat, and the game started to, like, it popped up a window mid-combat. It's like, oh, hey, we're having trouble with the connection. We're going to try to reconnect. I'm like, don't do this to me mid-battle.
Yeah, no, that sucks.
This is not good for me. So I'm just sitting there, like, mashing the A button, like, I'm just going to keep swinging. Hopefully it comes back. And it popped back in, and just going back, I'm like, oh, thank God, I'm not getting my ass kicked.
Yeah, usually that's like if the game has a block button, it's like, okay, hold block, don't kill me, hold block. Just hope to God. Or like just press the pause button and hope to God you hit it fast enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, any of that, like I do like the in-home streaming, and that works fine enough because there's not, it's going from like one machine on one end of the house to the other. There's hardly any latency. Most of it is just like video artifacts, which is just depending on whatever your encoder and decoder are, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, when you're running these games off site, unless that server is like right down the freaking street, like you're gonna get something. Again, and like you said, you're giving it the best case, fiber, Cat 6A, like. And but even then, it's probably still like about 10 to 20 milliseconds, which doesn't sound like much. But when you're talking about the controls, like compare that to like 1 or less milliseconds. Like if you were playing it locally, like it's 20 times more.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels like when you're playing stuff on it, it just feels off.
Yeah,
and like it's so minute.
Yeah,
but like because of that, it just feels off, And like anybody who plays lots of games like me, or like I guarantee you'd notice it too, Eddie.
Oh god, yeah.
I don't know how much you guys would notice it because you guys haven't played a lot of like crazy high frame rate stuff on PC like we have.
Yeah.
But like to me and Eddie, it's like something's not right here.
Yeah, something's
not right here.
Yeah,
something's going like
I'd probably still be able to play through it, but I would definitely get that feeling of like, why did that just happen? Like, why didn't that work?
Yeah,
the
it's
way
playable.
It should've? Yeah.
It's playable, but it's
and again, it also depends entirely on the game too. Like you could probably get away with something like that for like the freaking Sims because it's like, okay, well, whatever. I'm just clicking on, or like a strategy game. Like Civilization is probably fine, but I wouldn't want to play Halo or even like Forza with something like that because then it's like, oh, cool, I broke a little too late now, and all of a sudden I'm toast.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Anyways, did you think of your question?
No, I didn't. I genuinely can't remember what it was, and it fucking sucks. My brain just doesn't work the way it should.
Do you remember what it was about?
No. No, if I knew what it was about, I'd probably be able to circle around to it.
No, because it's just one of those things where it's like if you remember what the subject matter was, we
can
dance around it.
You know what's gonna bug me is like once we turn it off and we can like listen back to it, I'm gonna remember it, and it's gonna be like, fuck.
This is where we cut to James making a short for it.
Yeah, maybe. It was definitely stupid. It was a really stupid question, but yeah, I don't know. I genuinely can't remember it, which just sucks because it's the last episode, so it's going to go. Yeah. It's going to be gone and forgotten.
It's going to be the Sopranos ending.
not even, because you're going to go do something else after this.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, yeah.
You're whether or not you get the others together, but
right. But yeah, I'm probably going to get the old deck we had and some of these microphones and try to put something together. I'm still kind of working on what we're going to do. If we're going to do like. Because my group of friends, we play a lot of like tabletop, like D&D kind of stuff.
And, you say D&D, buddy?
Oh, I did. I mean, we're taking a break from that. We're moving to a new game now because like we just played it to death, and we need to like. There is new content coming in, but it's like kind of either not fast enough or like we're just too used to ourselves. Like, if you play with the same DM for a long time, it's like you kind of know the story beats, So we're kind of like in between new game systems right now, trying to move to a new one. But it would still be something like, you hook up the microphones, get like some wireless mics for some of the other players and like a top-down camera angle, and all of a sudden you can record some pretty good tabletop game stuff. So I don't know. It's all still kind of up in the air. I'll have to figure out all the technical side of stuff, but.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just gonna run a camera and stream, you don't need like you can run it off a solid laptop. So yeah. But that's all coming in the future. Like obviously, I'm gonna go off and do my own thing. Yeah, mostly just YouTube. I'm gonna be sticking to YouTube, a bunch of shorts.
That's fair.
I was telling Jeremy I had an idea for a shorts based on Sifu.
Oh,
Oh god, that was a great idea.
Yeah, but like the only problem is it was one of those things where I was hoping Alex was going to show up, and then once again he didn't show up. So no, because I had the idea of like typical or average night of a Sifu museum guard, right? And you have like wait, Eddie.
It gets good.
Eddie. Right. My idea is like. You have like me and Jeremy like doing rounds, like closing up the museum. It's like 9:00 at night, and be like, "What the hell is that?" You just say, "What? What the hell is that?" And you just kind of look over, and it's like over in the corner. Like you pan over to the corner, and it's just like Alex doing karate in the corner like this or whatever the fuck. And just walk over to Alex and be like, "Sir, the museum's closed. We've been closed for an hour. You need to leave." And Alex you'd have someone like Alex just kind of look over and do like the cross-eyed thing. You're just like. And just start attacking you, like,
and it just pan to us on the ground.
Like show him doing like actually have him act out the finisher animations, and have us like on the ground, and that's the end. Like,
see, what I would add to that is that you'd have to grab a bat and you'd have to grab a sword because that's something that completely normal museum guards just carry around with them.
Yeah, apparently
a nightstick,
a nightstick, a bow staff, like. You just have this.
Regardless, it's pretty easy, and it's just one of those where you'd be like, "Yeah, this would be really good if we had enough people to do it."
Yeah.
That was just a really funny idea.
It is.
Like, what? Is this guy doing karate in the lobby at 9:00 at night?
That is what we always say whenever you're attacking, but like you're not hitting it. It's not unique to Sifu. This is any like fighting game. If you see a guy like just doing moves in the air, he's doing karate. He's just practicing his karate. So like when you see a dude in Tekken like cross map doing like like opening up a 10-hit combo, like he's like pre-firing on you. It's like he's just doing karate, man. Or like that bit with Kazuya doing like all the fucking Korean dashing. It's he's doing karate.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Video games.
Yes. They're fun.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at the clock there because I don't. It seems like we don't always round out at the same time. So I'm kind of like.
Well, normally there's about 6 minutes left.
6 minutes? Oh, jeez.
6 minutes.
The final 6 minutes.
You got anything else to say? Any of you guys?
Jeez.
Let's see here. Let's try to think if we can like come up with something really stupid to think of.
Yeah.
I mean, a question like Eddie was gonna ask.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you have a question for us? Leave a comment below. Maybe we'll put it in the video that we'll never follow up.
Yeah.
Never follow up. Yeah, because this channel will basically be dead because you guys aren't going to do anything. So
yeah, well, probably not as the back of Burb. Yeah, this was probably the end of it. So the Burb will drive away.
The Burb will drive away.
The Burb will drive on.
Man, you guys, we never got to see the full playthrough of Metal Wolf.
What do you mean?
Like,
I never finished uploading all of it.
Oh,
exactly. We'll never see the.
Well.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna move a bunch of shit over to my own channel.
That's
at some
fair.
point.
Whatever, you can have it. You can have it if you want.
That's one of those things where it was like, do you guys
only
want
did
it?
like all the work for it, so what the fuck?
You're just only doing all.
Yeah, all I did was drive off a bunch of bridges and shit.
Fly off of bridges.
Yeah,
and die.
yeah, die.
No,
Yeah,
Eddie,
you
we
did
had
that
a
one.
thank you for your service.
Oh god damn it. Oh. Yeah, I still kind of feel a little bit bad about cracking that one, but it still is kind of funny. I just please any hyper veterans, please don't beat the shit out of me. Because you can easily.
No, look, I had a couple of veteran people say that was a funny joke.
It's
a dark, funny joke.
It was just so like, oh god.
But of course, the people I know are just dark humor in general.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. It was like the first thing that came to mind. I'm like gunning down like a bunch of U.S. Marines for some reason as the president. I'm like, thank you for your service. Like, what the fuck else are you supposed to say to that? Like, Jesus, this is blue on blue. I guess thank you for your service. Fuck.
Jesus.
Yeah. All right.
Metal Wolf is just.
It's a meme. It's great.
Everything in that game is a meme,
Yeah,
and that game is so good. And if you haven't played it, you should play it.
Yeah, if you're a fan of, I would say if you're a fan of Armored Core in particular, that's a good game to play.
Man,
It definitely taps into like that, but meme.
That's another one that needs to have like another game too, is Armored Core.
It's supposed to be happening.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
You did mention something about
we
it.
may get a new Armored Core. I don't know.
FromSoft came out and said they were making one after Elden Ring. They want to do something different other than like fantasy.
Yeah.
Please
I was gonna
do,
say because
I need my Armored Core fix.
Yeah. I mean, even if it was like what was that other one they made? Because there was Armored Core, and then there was like one that was a little slower paced. I can't.
Why am I
of
thinking
it.
of Front Mission? No, it's not that.
No.
No. Front mission is like turn-based combat.
Yeah.
Oh God, I can't think of it. I'm gonna think of it after we turn everything off.
Yeah, you're gonna think of the question. You're gonna think of the game.
My brain just is broken. Yeah.
Permanently.
Yeah.
Borked.
Yeah. It's just. God, it feels kind of low energy. It's like I don't. Yeah, I'm getting like that weird anxious feeling. Like
Why? Because it's over.
Yeah, this is kind of sad.
It's the end of one project. Time for the next one.
That's true.
You're gonna start your own project.
I hope so. Yeah. Yeah. Wherever there's an ending, there's a beginning. But goddamn, doesn't mean the ending doesn't hurt. Fuck, man.
I mean, hey, if you're
This
just
has
doing
been
like
fun.
tabletop stuff and there's like Warhammer,
Jeremy's
40K,
got hella tabletop.
Oh,
games,
I don't think we'd ever do like Warhammer. It's just way too much of like a time investment and money investment. But
it is true.
we do want to do like because I know they have like the RPG stuff.
Oh yeah,
in
there's
the-
Dark
in 40K.
Heresy and
Yeah.
Death Watch.
Yeah, Rogue Trader kind of stuff.
Yeah, Rogue Trader. Like Rogue Trader is really fun because that's more of like you're dealing with like the underlings of everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And same with Dark Heresy, because you're pretty much like you work for the Inquisition, but you're like the lone rank guys working your way up to the top.
Yeah. You're kind of like the goon squad of the Inquisition.
Death Watch is like okay, but it's like you're a Space Marine right off the bat, so it's like
Yeah.
you're already kicking something's ass.
Yeah. Like that one's probably more fun if you're all on the same page as being, hyper giga Chad Space Marines.
Yeah. No, but Dark Heresy is definitely one that I would always recommend. Because, like, the first game I played, I was an assassin. And, like, we were going after these gang cult, and somebody said the Latin Queens. And it's like, oh, my God, why are we doing this? This is supposed to be sci-fi fantasy.
Yeah. Hey, whatever.
It
I mean,
was fun.
to be fair, like, 40K did spend its time as, like, some serious meme material back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's some of it still
Brother,
is, but...
get the flamer.
Yeah.
The heavy flamer.
The heavy flavor.
I mean, just go back to fucking Dawn of War.
Ah,
Marines.
Specimens.
SPESSMEHRINES.
That's what
Marines.
I actually can't wait for Space Marines 2 whenever that comes out.
That looks hype.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Fire!
I know. I hope it, like, rocks.
And then, but we're also getting a Dark Tide soon,
Yes.
which is that 4-person multiplayer one.
Yeah, it's like Vermintide, but...
Dark Tide is just
40K.
Vermintide in 40K.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to play the Ogre.
That's one of those ones where, like, every time I say it, it's like, how have you guys not played Vermintide? Like,
I'm just
Vermintide, well, like, Jeremy and Alex.
Mainly me and Alex, because we're the ones that do
Yeah, that's
stuff
true.
like that.
Well, like, those are such good games. Vermintide is so good. Like, that's basically, like, the best way to play Left 4 Dead. It ain't Back for Blood. It's Vermintide.
Yeah.
It comes down to the fact of, like, as much as I like Warhammer, I don't care much for the fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
I know some people like Age of Sigmar or Warhammer Fantasy, but to me, like, 40K just seems to be more fun for me.
No, I'm 100% with you there. But, like,
But yeah,
Vermintide 1 and 2 are just, like, they're that good of a fucking game.
And not knocking those games, because those games are good for their reasons. But it's just, to me, it's like, I don't care much for the fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'll play Total Warhammer 2, but that's because I like RTS games.
Yeah. Well, that one's like crazy scale, too. It's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't played that one. I've just played other Total War games. It's like, yeah, it's usually on this humongous scale.
Yeah, that's... So,
like literally hundreds of guys.
I'm never going to knock down the Vermintide games, because, like, I know they're good for their reasons. But just me personally, not a fan of the fantasy stuff. Throw me in, like, the 40K universe. I will love that. Dawn of War, Space Marines.
Yeah.
It's like, can't go wrong.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you on that. Fantasy is just it doesn't like there's enough other fantasy stuff out there, but there's only one 40K to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there are like Space Marines and that kind of stuff, but you don't get like Paladins in space, you know?
Because 40K is the only universe where people have said, "Oh, drop this person in there." It's like they're not gonna live.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. If you want to get like crazy edgy, it's like it's hilariously badass to the point where it's like it just feels like a school ground kid that like just one-upped every sci-fi universe he ever came across. It's like, oh yeah, yours takes place in the year 4000. Well, mine's in the year 40,000.
Well,
and there's like Space Marines, but they're also like immortal, and they're like psychics, and like they have like 3 hearts and like 4 livers.
Well, it comes down to freaking people are like, oh, what if they drop like freaking Darth Vader in there? It's like, yeah, Darth Vader might take a few guys out, but he's getting his ass kicked.
He's basically a psyker. Like I feel like that's
but
like
he'll still get ripped apart though.
Yeah. Well, just like any other psyker.
Yeah.
Or like, what if we drop Saitama from One Punch Man? Like, he might just get recruited to the Imperial Fist at that point.
Yeah, he would.
He's already wearing the yellow and red.
You're right.
He'll definitely get recruited.
Actually, wow, yeah. He could definitely pass as an Imperial
I always
Fist.
thought that was like a reference to it, but yeah, anyways.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I never thought of that. Oh, God.
No, it's good old Warhammer. Warhammer's just crazy.
Oh, yeah.
It's
but like,
everything in it.
I think part of the reason is you on fantasy, like you've got Lord of the Rings, you've got Warcraft.
Yeah.
You've got
There's a lot of other really good franchises that offer a lot of the same things that Warhammer Fantasy does, less expensively or better.
I mean, I want Warcraft 4. Fuck. I don't want World of Warcraft. I want Warcraft 4.
Yeah, I would love another like actual.
It'll never happen.
I know.
It's done.
I know. That's so sad. That's such a tragedy.
Yeah. Oh.
God damn it. I hate this. I know we're closing in on it.
Eddie, you gonna cry, bud?
No, I don't think I'm gonna cry, but I'm getting like that weird like that kind of like yeah, the ship's setting sail.
Closing
kind
the
of
chapter.
thing. There's a certain finality to it.
Is this the Viking funeral that's happening right now?
Nah, it's not. It's not.
The
that
boat's on
badass.
fire and slowly starting to sink.
Man, you've been real quiet. How do you feel about this?
I mean, we are like nerding the shit out of you, probably.
No, you're not nerding the shit out of me.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this ending?
I think it's crazy that we've gone 6 months without
Matt's gonna
missing
cry.
like once. I think that's wild.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you do it every week.
Yeah.
So like that's been the thing, and that's why like I've been on you guys is like consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency.
Developers.
Well, no, like seriously, like even if you're like creative and stuff like that, yeah, you still got to work through art block. So it's called consistency, and it's just keep consistent.
Yeah.
Don't stop, because when you stop is when you get
Can't
stale
stop.
and you
Won't
fall
stop.
apart.
Yeah.
So,
what is everyone's plans then?
well, I'm gonna be doing my
you're gonna
YouTube
be-
channel, which will be linked down below.
Yep.
Jeremy, you got a link? We're gonna add that in.
I do have a YouTube channel for Mightiest Yeti.
Okay,
So-
you'll have
The
to-
mightiest Yeti.
Everything will be linked down below. Like you don't have to worry about that. It will all be down below.
Because of some recent stuff, I will probably not be streaming on Twitch because of like half the crap that they're doing now.
Oh Jesus.
So
yeah.
I'm not gonna get into it. If you want to look it up yourself. But right now, as it stands, I'm just gonna make content on YouTube.
Right on.
So I will be promoting my channel as much as I can, and with the group of people I'm in. So
Cool.
I'll be doing that going forward.
Hear that?
And what will your channel be focused on?
Pro wrestling and video games, pretty
Yeah,
much.
you go.
I was gonna say definitely maximize that wrestling stuff.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
like
You'll kill it on
forte,
wrestling.
man.
Oh yeah, no. If I can, I'm gonna try to like stream my reactions to Extreme Rules because if like the big pop up comes, I want to have my reaction for it.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
Right. How about you, Matt?
I'm still gonna do like tool review videos and stuff. I don't have a YouTube right now, but I might eventually make some. It probably won't get like
You should.
a bunch of like views and stuff, but it's like
You'd be amazed.
it's
Just
really
make the
nice
content.
when you find a video on YouTube that answers all of your questions about something, and you're just like, thank you.
Yeah.
So I want to make videos like that for like certain things, like air
Then go
compressor
make them.
setups and just stuff like that.
Yeah.
Go make them, because if you're making videos like that and you're answering as many questions as you can think about and everything like that, you'll get attention.
That's true. Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah.
I mean, it took me like months to design that whole air compressor system. I could probably make a video about that in like 20 minutes and explain a ton
Oh
of
yeah,
things.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
all the things he did. Yeah. Yeah, because that.
Don't
that
forget a
is-
parts list, and if you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
the prices, do the prices also. If you have all the receipts and stuff.
Yeah, I think I have mostly all of it.
Yep. That's good content for shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I remember looking up. There's a bunch of tool review channels and stuff, so I could do that. But I guess it just depends. Depends on the stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
Just get
Yeah.
the
Whatever
work,
free
dude.
time you
'Cause
got.
I keep doing the tool porn, like the pictures and stuff on Instagram.
tool porn.
Tool porn, yeah.
Well, no, because when the catalog for MSC comes in, for like the MSC catalog for all of our tooling at work, our boss Mike will literally be like, "Oh, the porno mag's right here, and it's just the catalog for the sales."
Nice.
Yeah, and everybody's fighting over it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I flip through them like anything good that I need, which I did buy some stuff through there.
Nice.
So some stuff that's gonna help me now with what I'm doing currently at work.
Right on.
So-
Right on.
And people are like, "Oh, why do you buy that? We have that here." It's like, no, because if it's not there, I'm not gonna be able to use it. So if it's in my toolbox, at least I know I own it.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, because you get the community tool chest and people are just like taking from it, so it's like
Take
yeah,
stuff
you don't
and
know what's going to
sometimes
be
don't
there.
bring back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then people are like, "Oh, where did this go?"
Yeah.
It's someone's toolbox.
Yeah, that only benefits you if you're the guy who's taking it and not returning it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you have to live with the guilty conscience.
Yeah. Then you also have to deal with everyone else being mad at you all the time.
Yeah.
Anyways, fuck that.
Yeah.
What about you, Eddie? What are you going to be doing?
Well, like I said, that tabletop stuff would be kind of cool, but that might be a bit further off. I'd also like to do more tech-related stuff on. I don't know if it's going to be YouTube. I don't really know what it's going to be yet, but definitely more of like the refurbishing old computers and trying to figure out like like when this came out, where did it stack?
Yeah.
Like I still got Alex's computer that I've basically cleaned up, and I've just been kind of sitting on it, but it's just about ready to go. I did pluck some. I plucked the SATA cables out of it because I was short, so I have to get some new SATA cables for it. But like aside from that, it's basically ready to go.
It's a Frankenstein now.
No. It's still. It was. I did get Windows on it, and it did boot up and everything. Everything was working on it, so.
Nice.
And it's also really cool because it's in like this weird age gap where it's like it supports Windows 10, but it's also so old that like all the drivers are just like included. So
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you?
No, it's all good.
Okay. But yeah, I'd love to do more of that stuff. The problem is like tech stuff can get kind of expensive, so I don't know how far that's going to go either. But for sure, I'd love to go through the stuff at least that I have.
Oh yeah, but you got plenty of stuff to make a bunch of content about it. So.
Yeah.
Just make sure you do stuff a little bit wacky.
Oh yeah. Well, I always do.
Like some of these old systems are like, can I make Elden Ring run on it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'd try.
Yeah, just pick topic. Like all I'm saying about that is like pick topical stuff.
Yeah.
Because the topical stuff is what'll get clicks.
Right.
And you'd be like, can my $100 computer run X?
Yeah. Can my PC play Crisis? Oh yeah.
Even modern computers struggle with Crisis because the engine's fucked. But
yeah. Classic CryEngine.
Yeah.
So, what do we do now? Shit. Like this is getting really weird now. Just like we do like episodes all the time, so it's like, oh yeah, we know what we're doing, but now it's like, oh no, this is the last one. So
Are we gonna
like,
just
we've never done a
Sopranos it?
last one before. Are we gonna?
I mean, I brought up the fact that we could Sopranos it cut away mid sentence.
Yeah.
No. You know what? We'll let you have the honors, Eddie.
I'm gonna close it out.
Yeah. You can say your catch line.
God damn. Well, you know what it is? Back of the Burb, episode 26. Ladies and gentlemen, we made it.